Hello guys, welcome back to the series Mastering Docker 2025 from developer to production. In the previous video, we have seen how we can render a static HTML file within an NGINX container. But in the today's video, we'll see how we can render a multi-page application inside an NGINX container. So let's start with the course. So first, let me open my Visual Studio Code. And here I will open my directory. I'll go for Docker and NGINX. I'll go with Docker. I'll click on Open. I'll close the previous tabs. And here I'll create a new folder, NGINX multi-page. Hit enter. Now the process is similar to the one which we had done in the other previous video. So first we'll create a Docker file. And then the first step here is to import the NGINX from NGINX latest. Now, before I copy all the files into my container, so let me create some static pages for this container. So I'll come back to the folder. I'll create a new file called as index.html. I'll add the boilerplate here. So I'll put as home page, and in the body I'll give it as h2. This is the home page, and I will add a hyperlink saying that about.html. Now here I'll create a file about.html. Sorry, just rename to st. Now again here I'll add the boilerplate, then I'll write the title as about page, and in the body I'll mention this is the about page and a hyperlink to redirect back to the home page. Now coming back to the Docker file, now here I will copy the contents from the current folder into the NGINX HTML folder, and then I will write expose at port 80. So this line says that my container will listen to at port 80, and then I will run the commands that I need to run. So here I'm running NGINX with -g daemon of, which says that the container should run as a foreground process, not as a background process. The details of this I have spoken in the previous video why we are doing this, and we are following it right now. Now I'll open the terminal. In the terminal I'll just check the directory. So it's saying okay. Now I will move to NGINX multi-page, and then I'll go on ls. I can see all the files here. Now I will run Podman build, and I will tag my image, and I will give my image as multi-page, and I will specify what is the path of my Docker file. So here the Docker file lies in my current directory, so I'll put it as dot. When I hit enter, the image has been built successfully, and you can see successfully tagged localhost multi-page at latest. Now after building my image, I'll go to my Podman and I'll check on images. You can see the image here. Now I'll come to the containers here. Yes. Now to run the container which uses this image, I'll run the command called as podman run -d, which stands for details mode, and I'll specify the port -p, and through the browser I will access at port 8080, through which I'm mapping this port to 80, and my image name is multi-page, and I'll hit enter. So you can see the container has pinned up successfully. If I come to my Podman, you can see here Charming Newton. So if I go inside this, you can see the logs. In the previous video, I have told you how we can see the logs in the terminal and how we can see the logs in the Podman. Now, if I go back to the browser, when I type localhost 8080, I can see the default page here. Now, if I come here in my Podman, I can see the logs. Now, I'll click on go to about page, it redirects here, go back to home page. So this is how you can render multi-page static sites inside your NGINX container. So in the next video, we'll see how you can containerize different frameworks and libraries using Docker containers. In the coming video, we will see how we can containerize different frameworks and libraries using Podman. And don't worry, whatever scripts I have written to containerize my application, I have uploaded in my GitHub, and I have dropped this link in the description. So if you miss out anywhere, you can check out the links and you can use it. So stay tuned for the upcoming videos.